Have you ever wondered how to change the color of your roads? If you feel like it looks too gray and you love that darker color on the road from the asphalt, then this episode is for you. We'll do that today, but before we do that, we still need to grow the population because I have another goal for this episode, and that'll be replacing all the highway roads at the same time as well. I'll teach you how to do that, but before we get there, we need the population to grow. We need to reach the next milestone, which is 2,400 people, which then will unlock some of the highway roads that we need to use. I'll be using all these highway over a concrete wall in this map, and we will replace all of them at the same time. So if you want to see one of those two things, stick around and join me in the journey. But before we do that, what I'll do, I will grow this suburb. We mentioned that we will grow on this side on the last episodes, and that's what we do. While this builds up, I will then change the color of all the roads and get you through step by step on how that's done. And hopefully by the end of that, we have enough people and we can replace all our highway roads. So let's jump into this. There are a few things that we could consider in here, and one of them is building on that side. Another one is to actually bring it closer to the water, which I don't want to do, because if you think about this and the way this looks, if there is too much rain in here, the water will raise a little bit and this area will get flooded. So I'll avoid that. I'll probably keep building on this line, reach all the way over here, and then we build over that, over the back in this area around here. So what I will do, I'll jump in and start building the road layout for this, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, that's a good start in here. We're going through the terrain in there, so we are respecting the landscape that we have in here. As you can see, I'm not going down the hill over there or building in this area. I'll leave this area free for them. For the water actually, because if you look at this, it's probably where the water go through the mountain. It accumulates in there and then will start flowing through the lake here from the dam, and so we have to respect the landscape and make sure that the water has somewhere to go. Now, next step, and which I probably will just skip through the editing, is to add some water. This is a little bit weird, but add some, there we go, some water pipes. That's what I want. Some pathways in here, over there, and maybe another one in here as well, over there, and add the zoning. So let me get the pipes in, and then I'll be back and we'll do the pathways and the zoning together. Okay, pipes are in, and as we already need quite a lot of residential zone in here, I'll just pop some in here, so let them start growing while we do the pathways. That will hopefully save us a little bit of time. So we have that. Let's get our deer pathway here that we use most likely everywhere in the city, and I'll bring these all the way over there. Where are the other ones? We have to move some trees as well. But let's do this first, and then we'll go back there. And oh, there we go. We have houses being built already. I will probably want to do a bit of a curve in here. That would make more sense for me. And everywhere else, we probably can just extend a quick pathway and we will be alright. and I mentioned that I wanted to do another one in here. That's exactly what I'll do. I'll probably bring just straight over there so we don't lose too many zoning space over there. And look at that, it's almost all filled already. I'll get some more houses in here. I'll probably leave these for, I don't know what, no corner shops in there this time. I'll get house all around. I'll keep those trees in there. I might do a couple of houses in here, and everything else we have like these. Oh, this is actually a perfect space for that. So we can still have some houses in here, maybe one more there. Alright, I'll use that space in our favor. That one will be alright. Can bring this one over here, this one over there. I might not do any over there. These I could bring one in there. And yeah, I do want to make like pretty good use of this space in here. There we go. This is starting to grow. I might also bring some houses around here. I know that'll be all residential inside that block, so let's do it. Might give that a go as well. And this one, and then stop over there. And potentially I would do it around here. I'll keep that rock in there. Sounds like a nice feature to have. On the inside here, I was thinking about doing a park, but I might actually do a park over here around the lake. So that means that we can actually build some residential around here. And I'll wait before we do it over there. This is what we are doing in here. For this block here, in here we have some trees, but I think I'll move those trees. That'll make a little bit more sense. And then we actually get the zoning for residential. I'll bring the trees at the back here, so we can also use that in our favor. There we go. And this will start growing. Like, it's going down quite a lot, then things will start to balance itself out. It's all part of the game, right? Let me finish zoning all of this, because then we can look at replacing the colors on the roads there. So this will be mostly residential. I might do a few shops in here, and then everything else in this area should be residential. We might need to do some services in there, but this will be alright. At least we know what's the zoning that we have and what we can actually have growing in here. Let me look at this so I can jump in and get the right zoning for some of those areas in here. I will get, well, giving me that, and these should be alright. Let me move those trees. We don't want that in the way like they are at the moment. So I'll move them to areas where we have gaps. So when the houses grow, they can stay there basically. So fantastic. Now, yeah, I think this area is all good. As I mentioned, no house over here. In this area, I think we have more than enough there. And I'll wait these to grow. I'll speed things up. I'll also fix some of these junctions, like for example this one. Let's give it a little bit more space. I'll remove marking, so I'm using old controller renewal here. And then with intersection marking tool, I'll click over there. I'll hold shift so you get these dashes, and I will click on the first and the last, and we'll create some crossings. This is just visual. The functionality is there. So I could do on top of the original markings, and then I can go in node controller and remove that, so we just have the ones that we've done. And again, I'll increase the area around here. Can I reduce this one a little bit? Doesn't seem like it. All right. I'll actually change this a little bit because it's going above the concrete in here. So what I'll do, I'll get in there, I'll change the offset before to 1.3. On the other side, I'll do the same. There we go. And I'll probably change this so it follows along that area. And this one, I'll do the same as well. So parallel to lane, no, so it goes straight. And if we want to, we can make this look a little bit better, like so. And also remove traffic lights from here. And there, I'll just do giveaway. And I will remove the crossing, just the looking of the crossing. Bear in mind that removing the marking, just that, it just remove the marking. People will still be able to cross. And the reason why I'm doing that, if you missed previous episodes, is because inside the neighborhoods, you don't always have that. So you could actually just remove that because you don't really always have it. You usually have crossings where it's busy and where it makes sense. On no-through roads or inside the neighborhoods, it's very rare to have that amount of traffic and have the need for these crossings. In some places you still have it, but in here, I think I'll go out on a limb here and say that we don't need that at all. So there we go. And then this looks a little bit more like a nice suburb in there. What I could also do as well is add an extra node just at the end here, get node controller and go for more options. And I think I was going for 150, and then we have this nice cul-de-sac in here. And this looks a little bit better. So I'll do the same for those two. This looks a little bit more like a nice suburb. Oh, we missed one here. All right, let's do that one, and we will start looking at changing the road colors. There we go. Now, we have all those roads, including highways and local roads, with this light gray. And if you know me and if you saw my previous Let's Play series, you see that usually my roads are a lot darker. And it's not the actual road that we use that's darker. It's actually, there is a trick to change that. I use this mod that's called Repaint Network Coloring Tool, or just search on the workshop by Repaint. And when you click on that, you can select any roads in your city. Let's start with, I don't know, let's start with this one. And this brings this panel. So if I change this arrow in here, as you can see, we change all the roads in the city that are matching that type of road. And what we want to do here, I want to go 6-7 seems to be nice. I'll copy that color, 6-7, 6-7, and 6-7. You can make any colors you want. And all of those type of roads have been colored now. If I want to do on this one as well, I'll just go there and paste. All of those roads are now done. For these ones, I'll do the same. And there we go. Now, I mentioned that I want to change the color of the highways in the city as well. And we still need 400 people in there, but we're very close. And the reason why I want to do this is basically if I change all the road colors from this, As you can see, the vanilla road, let me just remove this. When you have junctions like this, it just adds on top, like you have one layer for this road, one layer for this road, and one layer for this road. They go all on top of each other and looks a lot darker, and it just looks awful when you look from above, especially when you have, let me find it, bigger junctions like this, like it just feels wrong, basically. So that's probably the main reason why I want to change it, but not the only one. I think these new highways that we'll be using, they look a lot better. And look at the city looks a lot better now with these roads like that. That is one missing in here. You have to do for elevated and tunnels, they are treated differently, so just keep that in mind. But this is, yeah, this looks way better now. Take a look at this. Oh, feels so good. But yeah, way better, much happier with this, and hopefully that's all we need to do. But then now we just need to wait for the city to grow, and I'll probably add a few more houses maybe along this area here, and because we don't want anything in there, or maybe we start growing to this side. I don't know, maybe this space is more than enough, who knows. Feels like it might be, or might be very close. I'll do some detailing in those areas and add some services in here, but let's do the service together. We do have an office, not office, a doctor's office in here, another one there. We definitely need one around here. I'll do the medical clinic over this side, I would say, close enough to everyone, make everyone happy. Do we have enough coverage for far? Not at all. Have one here, one there. We need a lot more. I might do something in the middle here, actually. Feels like this is so far away that we need that. Might do one there and another one around here. Probably police would be a similar situation. For police, I would do right in the middle here. I know that unfortunately we are removing some of the houses that we have, but I think this will help grow this area as well. Schools, we should be alright with schools. Yeah, stuff okay. Could add another one in here, but to be honest, at the moment I have more than enough. High school, we could definitely add another one over here, but I'll stick to how it is at the moment, and I may add a botanical garden just over here. There won't be any use for the land over there, so I'll use that in our favor and make everyone happier in here. There we go. Let me do some detailing while this all grows and maybe add some more housings around here, and I'll be right back. And there we go. We finally reached 2,400 people, and I actually didn't expand over here because I didn't feel like we have enough space in there. So what I've done instead, I've created these new neighborhoods across the bridge, and yeah, I started to put that all together so we can grow on this side now. I feel like we will do a big park over here. We need to bring services in this area as well, but this would be for another time. Now, all of that done, we now need to replace all of our highways in here. So that is an easy way and fast way to do this, which is basically using the ROM or I don't remember what ROM means, but it replaces is a network replacer basically. So what you do, you can have this screen open and you can select like one road the same way as we did the paint, and this will highlight all the roads that you are replacing. And this in this case is the V for vanilla highway ramp, and then it shows you what networks you have available. I'm hiding vanilla and network extension, and same width only. I will remove that because I want something that's slightly different. I will organize by the creator. So the highways that we want is from Simoji, and what I want is basically, this is just the ramp, right? So what I want is this ramp narrow. Now, I don't know if we have more options for that. I think we do have a few options for this. You have the 2-lane, you have the 3-lane or 2-lane and in and out, which means like basically 3. That's what you use to do entrance and exits from highway. But I want this one is pretty good. You have both sides on the same asset, so you save a lot of space in there. But I want this one. It's the ramp narrow, and then we go and replace all. So if you look at that, it was all replaced. If we look closer, this is how they actually look. You have the all the car barriers in there, and I think that looks fantastic. We can go in there as well, make sure that we have the correct colors for those roads, and this works really good. So I will do this for every road that we have. So for example, if we select highway, this is all highlighted now. The highway, it's a 3-lane road. I'll do the same thing here. Organized by creator, we go for Simoji, and the one that I want is basically this one. So just go there, replace all, and we can also take a look at this. There you go, the new ones with the car barriers over there. We go with repaint, change the colors, and this all looks much better. We also need to do for the elevated ones, so they are different assets, but it doesn't take much longer, and you can see that it tells me the ones that need replacing. At the moment, we don't have any more highways in here. We just have elevated and bridge. As you can see, highway, elevated, which is this one. I'll go here, do the same deal, find Simoji, and for this one is still the 3-lane. So I'll just have to look into those because they're not that easy to find like this. And for these assets, we have the elevated and the bridge option. The one I'm looking to replace those are all with the bridge, because the elevated, they'll have walls underneath and we don't need that. So that's the 3-lane. I will replace all as well. There we go. All sorted, and you can take a look at this and see that it looks perfect. I might just do this. Just make sure that we have the right color in there and there are no issues, but this is just beautiful. I love these highways. They look so good, and well, much better than any other ones that I've found so far. And I've been really happy with how this fits with the theme of the city as well. And let me finish replacing all of this, and I'll be right back with you. And everything is replaced, and it does look good, doesn't it? There is just one thing that I just noticed, which is basically, let me move this node here, it's just on top of the track over there, so let me move that to the side a little bit. There we go. And then the trains can go through. Yay! But I love how this all comes together and how this all looks like. And like this feels more part of the place than it was before. So one more thing that I want to do before we finish for today is do proper lane mathematics in this junction in here. So if you don't know what this is, it's basically you have 3 lanes coming over here, you have 1 lane going out, and in theory you would have 2 lanes going through here, or you would have like this going to 4 lanes and 1 out and then back to 3 lanes out here, which is probably what I'll do anyway. I think that would be a little bit better if we do have the 3 lanes in the middle here, especially that we go for, maybe we need 4 in there. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll also take a look at this just to make sure that we have the correct number of lanes in here, which I think we do. Oh, what we can do here is also replace this one by highway, and we use the 2-lane highway in there. So yeah, and got the wrong one over there, and then I'll bring this one back. Obviously we need to change the color of those roads. They're the first time that we're doing this. Let's make it happen. And yeah, junctions are looking much better now. So we just make sure that we have all the lines properly set up in here, like so. So if you're there, you keep on that lane until you get here. If you're here, you keep on that lane until you get here, and the same thing on the other side. Basically, pick your lane earlier. So let me replace these roads in here. As I mentioned, I want this to be probably a 4-lane road. So what I do, we have 3 and we have 4. So for this one, we'll just upgrade probably 2 spots like this. I'll do the same on the other side, and then we make sure that the color matches with everything else. Fantastic. And I'll also get this all ready and looking like it should, otherwise won't look good. Just matching the sides there. For this one, what I'm doing, node controller, make sure that we have straight ends, make sure that we have these lines matching and going straight. And on these ones, I need this one, actually this one to match that one. So this is basically the extra lane finishing. Just remember, we are driving on the left here, so it should be on the other side, or on the left side is when we add an extra or remove an extra. Then we come back later and add the lines in there, the road markings. But when we do this, so I'll do everywhere before I do any other changes. So we have 4, 1 out, going to 3, and then we have 1 extra in here, which means that we go back to 4 lanes in there, and I'll probably go 4 lanes over there. This one goes back onto the ground, 4 lane over there, and I might go all the way over here. And I think, yeah, then we get into the the dam in there, so I think that'll be a little bit better. Maybe I'll go one further back just to give them a little bit more space. Let's color those roads as well. Those, okay. Oh, I just noticed that I did the wrong one. I should be doing the bridge, not the elevated, otherwise it's all rock underneath. And the same thing here, most likely, although that doesn't make much of a difference there, but I'll do it anyway. So we have everything looking as it should. Anywhere else that we might have made that mistake? I don't think so. So go back into node controller, make sure that things are properly aligned. I'll make these probably 18, and we are going straight over there. Oops, that's not really what I want to do. Let's do it manually then. There we go, that's what I want. And the blue one, I might shift that slightly. Now I'll keep it this way, and that's good enough. Then for this one, we do the same thing, and this area should be the one that goes straight, and I'll probably shift that back a little bit. There we go. Yeah, and then we have that looking a little bit better, although I'll do a little bit more in here. Going there. When we get in here, we also need to make sure that this is properly set up. There we are. And then we have a nice curve going out there. This is just going straight. We get in here, this one as well. This looks way better now. Don't need to make any changes in there. This just fits in quite nicely. And okay, so this one we've done all. This one I could probably just make this look a little bit better like this. And in here should be all right. So there you go, that's all done. Now, final thing for lane mathematics, we just make sure that they all have their own lane. If you watched Bifa before, he would say you go there. So basically meaning that this line goes there, this line goes there, and goes straight and goes straight. And we do the same thing when they get in, just so they don't get in each other's way. And if we have a node very close together, we do the same, so they don't fight with each other on these junctions. They have here and over there to change lanes. So that's the goal there. This one, no nodes very close, so we don't have to worry about that. This one goes out. Just make sure that you always have one lane for each, and that means that you have your lane mathematics properly set up. And there we go. This is what you do with lane mathematics. And I think this is also where we leave for today. So great progress. We've achieved more than 2,400 people in the city. We do have a death wave, and I think we just unlocked the cemetery, right? So yeah, we don't have that anywhere, but I have the right place for this, which be right here. So that'll be our cemetery right there, and hopefully everyone will be happy. Yay! This will help with the dead bodies, and we'll sort it out later on as well if we need more. So that'll be it for today. I really hope you've enjoyed this episode of Cities Skylines, and let me know in the comments if you have any other suggestions or questions about any of the things that we've done today. So basically, we've replaced the color of all the roads, we've replaced all the highway roads all at once, and we've built the city and added some cemeteries as well. So let me know in the comments, leave a like as well. Also, if you want to have a chat about this or share your city with me, join our Discord server, the link is in the description, and make sure that you watch the video on your screen because I think you might like that as well. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!